Hello everyone. How's everyone doing today? This is the church girl, Cummings. Thanking the Lord for another day. Hoping everyone's having a blessed day today. I'm thankful to see another blessed day. I wasn't feeling my best, but I decided to, since it's been a while, to make some dinner since I was home and didn't want to go out to have my husband go out to eat, so I decided to come in the kitchen and make some dinner. And today, church girl is going to be making some whitefish, and I'm going to be making some garlic butter sway. Some people call it sway, some people call it swanny. I call it whitefish, that way I won't mispronounce the word. Instead of using catfish, a lot of times we was using a lot of catfish. Some people, this is very good fried also, but we don't eat a lot of fried fish anymore. At least I don't fry a lot of fish at home. So I'm gonna be baking this fish sway, S-W-A-I, and I think I'm pronouncing it right, but just in case I'm not pronouncing it right, it's spelled S-W-A-I, okay? Hope everyone is having a good day today. Turn my music down. I love music. I really happen to like a little gospel jazz. Really like music. My son is a musician, so I'm a big music fan since my baby is a musician. And I happen to tinkle a little bit myself sometimes. But anyway, today, I'm just thanking God for giving me the strength to be able to be back in the kitchen. This is your church girl, Cummings. And as I said, I'm gonna be making a quick dish here. Shouldn't take very long. Gonna be baking some butter lemon, whitefish, pronounced sway, and I think I'm pronouncing that right, S-W-A-I, okay? It's a very healthy dish. Of course, you know, butter is not always the healthiest thing, but I'm gonna be using pure butter with a little fresh garlic or minced garlic, just a little bit in with it. And it's a recipe that I came up with myself. Most things I cook, I tend to come up with my own recipe. And I like to share my recipes with you guys. So follow along, and it shouldn't take long. Whitefish, I'm gonna be baking it in my oven. And those of you that follow me, you know I like very good seasoning. I like organic as much as possible. This is organic paprika, but I'm not gonna be using this paprika because this is smoked. And I don't want to use any smoked flavor today. So I'm going to be using a little bit of sweet paprika on this fish. As I said, I'm going to be using a little chopped garlic mixed in with my butter that I've already pre-melted. I already have my butter, already pre-melted butter here. It's a little warm. I'm going to put a little garlic in that. I should have already had it in there. And I'm going to be using a little Sazon. Remember I told you, always be careful with your salts. Whenever you're using salt in any dish, I always try to make certain I use one ingredient with salt. If I got salt in all my ingredients, I try to make sure I have one ingredient with just salt. Everything else, I try to make sure it be salt-free, because you don't want all your ingredients that you use in any dish to have salt in everything. Because if you're not careful, you'll over-salt your food. The food will be way too salty. So when I'm seasoning my food, I always make sure I have just one item with salt. And you all that follow me, you know I love Tony's, but sister girl not using any Tony's today. The Tony's is up in the cabinet. I won't be using any Tony's, I don't think. So one of my main ingredients for this fish is my lemon aromatic extra virgin olive oil, okay? This is gonna be one of my main ingredients, but it only takes just a little tiny bit, because it's pretty strong. That lemon is very pretty strong. It's not overly powering. I may even put it in with the butter mixture and just go ahead and saute the fish with it. But this lemon olive oil is very good to cook with, especially seafood. So that's one of my main ingredients I'll be using on this fish, along with just a tiny bit of garlic powder. And I'm using garlic powder because my husband and I, we love garlic. But just a hint. Just because you see me pulling out all these ingredients doesn't mean I'm gonna overcrowd my food, over season my food, okay? Just be very little bit. This is called Seafood Spectacular. If you haven't tried Seafood Spectacular or any gourmet seasoning, try you some. It's very, very good. There are all different kinds of spectacular ingredients out there. This is just one kind. I have the whole set, but the Italians and all different kinds. But this is Seafood Spectacular. You talking about delicious, and not only is it good on any seafood, it's also good on any type of meats, especially poultry, your turkeys, your ground turkeys, your ground chicken, chicken breast. It's very good for all meats, but it is called Seafood Spectacular because it's excellent on seafood. So I will be using a little bit of my Seafood Spectacular, okay? So Gourmet Collection Spice Blend. So check it out. They have all different kinds, and it's very, very good. And I have the whole set because, as I said, I do try to buy very good seasoning. That's what this is in this jar, Seafood Spectacular. I just poured some in here so I don't have to use it from the, the big jar here. So let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little bit of Seafood Spectacular, okay? And I'm gonna get this in the oven. Just gonna use a little bit because I have some more seasonings I want to use. Okay, gonna go ahead, take just a little bit of this minced garlic. Gonna mix it in with this melted butter. This is Church Girl own recipe. I melted some butter, like so. Melted butter. And I put in probably a half a teaspoon of minced garlic, or you can cut up your own fresh garlic. And I'm going to put this all over this fish. I'm going to just marinate this fish. But I'm going to marinate it last, once I put my butter seasoning on it, because I don't want my butter to be left in this pan, because I'm going to be cooking it. I'm going to be baking it in another pan that I already have lined, and I just lined it for a quick cleanup. Okay, now I'm going to go in and put in a little bit of Sazon. It's another good seasoning for meat, for all your meats. Just a tiny bit. Now this is the one with the salt in it, so everything else will not have any salt in it, okay? As I said, remember, whichever seasoning you decide to use with your salt, always remember, try to make sure your other seasoning doesn't have salt. If it does, make sure you use just a little bit. See what I mean by that? If when you have an opening that's big, that large, be careful because you can easily pour out too much. Very, very easy. This is just salt-free lemon pepper, so it's okay. I'm just gonna take it and rub it on the other fish. Cause quite a bit came out on that first piece, so I just take it in. I just take that and just rub it all over both pieces of fish. So when you have when your spices have big openings, just be careful. I could have used a little bit more, but that's okay because I have other seasonings. Gonna give it just a hint of garlic powder because I have that. I really don't need this garlic powder, so I'm not gonna too much worry about it because I have that garlic. My husband just absolutely, he loves garlic, so I put a little bit of garlic powder in it. Now remember, this lemon olive oil, you can really make your own lemon olive oil. You don't have to buy this. Sometimes, because I keep a lot of olive oil on hand at all times, because I cook with olive oil pretty much every time I cook, especially my meats. 99% of the time I'm using olive oil, unless I just have to fry a little something. Sometimes I use butter flavor Crisco or something like that. But usually you don't have to buy this because it can be a little pricey. Keep some olive oil on hand because they're very good to cook with. And take you some lemon, fresh lemon, or get you some fresh lemon juice and squeeze you a little bit over in a bowl or a little cup or your measuring cup and put your little olive oil, plain olive oil in there and stir it up real good. And that's just like this. It's just lemon flavored olive oil. If you don't want to buy it already infused, you can make it yourself, and it's much cheaper that way, okay? Just thought I'd give you that little tip. I'm going to be using this because I love the way this smells. This lemon flavored olive oil. I just wanted a hint of lemon in it, but I don't want to overpower my butter. So I'm going to add just a drop See? Just a, oops, that's a little bit, that's a big drop to my butter flavor there. And I'm going to saute this meat right before I put it in the oven. Right before I put it in the oven. I'm going back and put a little bit more this Sazon on there because I really don't think I have enough salt on it. My husband doesn't eat a lot of salt, and I don't either, but sometimes he tells me that I could have added a little bit more salt. What I'm doing now, just mixing up that lemon. Smells so good. It's minced garlic, melted butter, and a little bit of that extra virgin olive oil. That's what's in here. I'm gonna marinate this meat with this, and I'm gonna stick it in the oven, okay? After I put on a little bit of sweet paprika, what this paprika is gonna do to this fish, it's gonna wake up the flavor because it have a little sweetness to it. It's not sweet like sugar now, but it's gonna wake up that flavor, and it's also gonna give this fish a very nice color. Anybody that been watching me any length of time, you know I hate bland food. I like for my food to have a beautiful color to it. You know, when I cook, I don't like for my food to just be so bland and don't have a pretty color to it. Even my vegetables, you know. I like for, when I was training in culinary school, they really paid a lot of attention to the appearance of food. Every time I was in any kind of competition, that was almost 50% of my grade was presentation. So, and that goes to everything, even in my own life. This is your presentation, how you look, even when you go out. You want everything to be coordinated, even your food. Okay, now it's ready to go in the oven. I'm only cooking 2 pieces because there's 2 of us. These are some big pieces. Finished seasoning except for the butter. That's what it looked like on each side. And that's the paprika, the reason it looked kind of reddish. That's the color of that paprika. Now what I'm gonna do is have another pan here, but I'm just adding foil for a quick cleanup. Another tip when you're baking your meats and things, use some foil paper or either some baking wax paper, not wax paper. Yeah, wax paper. I think some baking paper you can bake with. Just make sure it's good for baking. Line your baking dish for easy, quick cleanup. Okay, save yourself some time when you're trying to clean up your dishes. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put these 2 pieces of fish right on my dish. Hear my husband coming in from church. Right on my dish. And now I'm gonna go in and put my butter flavor. And the reason I'm doing that, I didn't want to lose it on my prep sheet. Got out early today. Okay, now I'm just basting this fish. Just so you can see what I'm doing here. Basting both sides of this fish with the garlic butter flavor. That's the first side. You're taking some, both sides. Then I'm gonna put it in the oven. Then I'm gonna make him a quick salad. It's still early, so he can wait a little while. I move kind of slow sometimes when I'm not feeling the best. But church girl be in the kitchen though. So now I turn the fish over on the other side. Now I'm gonna put the other butter sauce, garlic butter, just like so, on the other side of the fish. It doesn't take a whole lot of butter sauce. It's just garlic butter sauce that I melted down. It doesn't take much. Just, you know, just to give it a nice flavor, a nice taste to that fish. That garlic butter. You know, garlic butter tastes really good on seafood anyway. So when you put it on your fish and you bake your fish, that really wakes that fish up and give it a very, very, very good flavor. So just like so, making sure I get all my last little bit of garlic butter out of this bowl. So that's it. So now, this is what it looks like right before I put it in the oven. It doesn't take long at all to bake fish because you don't want to over bake it. You want it to be, at least, I like all my food well done. I don't want it wet, but I don't want it overcooked and dry either. But I do not like undercooked fish. I don't like anything undercooked. Okay. This is what it looks like. Right before I put it in the oven, both sides is based with garlic butter and all my seasoning. Now sometimes what I do in my recipe, I do put a drop of water because I want it to condensate just a little bit to get it going in the oven. And as it cooks, as that fish bakes, that little drop of water that used to be dropped around here is just gonna Make that fish condensate just enough for it not to dry out, because I'm not going to cover it. So I will put just a drop. And I cook with bought water. I don't use my tap water for anything but washing dishes in, because it's hard water. Just a drop. That's it. And I do that to get it started. And it's going to dry up anyway. Okay. Now, it's ready for the oven. And I'm not going to cover it. It doesn't take long for it to cook. Right before I take it out of the oven, because I love bell peppers, sometimes I slice up bell peppers and I throw it right in the oven. And I sometimes saute bell peppers. That's gone in the oven at 350. And sometimes when I'm not in a hurry, I may cook it at 325. But today, I'm going to go ahead and cook it at 350 so I can hurry up and get my husband dinner on the table. Now, I'm going to make him a quick salad. Quick salad. And make broccoli for his, having broccoli for the vegetables. And church girl's going to bid you good evening. Excuse me, I moved something and moved my camera and knocked stuff down. Always knocking stuff down. All right, that's in the oven. Now I'm going to get his salad going, because that's not going to take long to make. Already got all his goodies. Those that follow me know my husband loves a lot of goodies in his salads. I'm not going to put everything in it today, though. I think I'll make a quick one. One of those quick chef salads today. Let me just get some of these seasonings back up out of my way. I have a habit of putting things away as I go, so I don't have a whole lot to do. I have to use my strength. I have to use my strength while my strength is the strongest. Because when I start getting tired, I have to stop because I don't have enough strength. Sometimes church girl don't have enough strength to keep going. So I try to hurry up and put everything back. And in my house, everything has its own home. I try to put my seasonings back exactly where they come from. It doesn't always work out that way. When Deacon Cummins get a hold of them seasonings, it don't always work out that way. Okay, I'm moving a little bit fast, and that's on purpose, because I'm not doing the best. But I got the fish in the oven. Now I'm gonna get started with his salad. This is his favorite salad bowl. I have plenty of bowls, but for some reason, this is his favorite salad bowl. So I'm gonna make him a salad. Spinach salad with a lot of different goodies on it. And probably in between there, I'm going to go ahead and put that broccoli. Once I give him his salad, I'll go ahead and put that broccoli on. I only take broccoli a few minutes to cook. I'm going to steam some broccoli. And this is the spinach. First spinach salad with all the trimmings. Not drippings, but trimmings. I hope you all had a wonderful Sunday today. God has been good to me. I have no complaints. I guess I could complain. I have a plenty that I could complain about. But God has been too good to me to be complaining. I refuse on that level. Okay, this is just broccoli. I'm going to rinse this broccoli off real fast. I thought I heard my husband coming in. Maybe I was wrong. I've been wrong, you guys. But anyway, it's not going to take me too long to get this spinach, get that salad all ready. All I'm doing now, you can't see me, but all I'm doing is just rinsing off this broccoli real fast, because I'm also going to steam some for dinner. This is just broccoli. I'm just going to put some in my steamer here, and then I'm going to put some in his salad. All that I don't put in his salad, I'm going to go ahead and steam it for dinner. because I have plenty of broccoli and I kind of want to use some of it up. Anyway, I'm going to have to come back and work with this broccoli a little bit because I do take the hull off. I do peel a little bit of that tough skin off of his broccoli. I don't just serve his broccoli in his salad with a lot of that skin on the outside because it'd be a little bit tough to me. Like I said before, I don't want him chewing on them. This is nothing but spinach, and I'm going to go ahead and give him the rest of this because it's really not enough to save. Give him the rest of that. Let me just set my broccoli over there to the side. And then I'm going to go back over this spinach real quick. Because usually when I put spinach in this salad, sometimes it could be a little bit damp. And even though the restaurant sometimes serve to you a little bit damp, I don't. I kind of go over it and make sure every piece is what I consider perfect. What I consider perfect, because I want my husband's salad to be as perfect as I can get it. He's not perfect, but I want his salad to be as perfect as I can get it. So I go back through the spinach, make sure none of it is bad, and make sure all of it is nice and fresh and crisp. And some of it, if I don't think it's crisp enough, I just take it out. You know, one thing about spinach, if you don't use spinach in a fairly, fairly short time, it won't last. It'll go bad on you. But this is pretty good. I figured out a way to make mine last, a decent time. But some of it, it will have be a little damp, and that's okay. Nothing's wrong with that. I'm just going back over it, making sure that the pieces that I think is a little too damp, I just pat them a little bit dry, that's all. Then I also break the stem off. When the stem is real long and thick. However, you can eat the stem on the spinach because they're healthy for you. But when they're extra long and extra thick, I just pinch them off sometimes. This is just a habit that I have. Just a habit that I have. Yeah. Want my husband's salad to be as nice and crisp and fresh as I can get it. So all I'm doing now is just kind of going back over this spinach. Normally I go over it before I put it in his bowl, but it wasn't that much spinach left, so I just dumped it all in here. And I'm just kind of going over it, picking out the ones with what I consider long stems and maybe a little bit damp. And I'm just kind of patting it, making sure that he don't have no too damp spinach trying to eat a salad. And if I think some is a little too damp or overly wet, I just take it right out and throw it away. Like I said, if you don't use your spinach or any of your vegetables, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. If you don't use it, remember church girls say you will definitely lose it. So when you buy your vegetables, fresh vegetables, try to eat your fresh vegetables in a short span of time or as fresh as possible, because you don't want to lose all that good nutrients. The older your vegetables get, the more nutrients it'll start to lose. You'll start to lose your, all of your good nutrients that's good for your body. So the fresher they are, the better they are for you. And the much more raw vegetables you eat, the better they are for you also. So in cooking, another tip I would like to share while I'm making this salad is when you're cooking your vegetables, try not to overcook your food. I've noticed a lot of my people, we tend to overcook almost everything we eat. I often wonder why as I got older. Even my mom growing up, they would cook their peas and their greens, their vegetables, and they cook them just cook. Turn them down low and let them cook all day. And as I got older, went to nursing school and started reading about nutrition and learning about nutrition, I started finding out that you start cooking away everything. All you eating is a good tasting food, something that tastes good that with no nutritional value whatsoever. So learn how to cook our food, steam it, but don't overly cook it. And I know it's hard on us because we're so used to eating everything well done. Until if it got a little crunch to it, we don't tend to like it that much. Because that's how we was raised. And I'm guilty too. If it ain't well done, church girl don't too much want it. But I have learned to eat raw veggies. Used to be a time you couldn't pay me to eat a salad. I mean, I did not like nobody's salad. Didn't realize I wasn't hurting nobody but myself. But I just didn't like salads. I think I was in my 20s, late 20s, before I really started liking, kind of halfway liking salads. And then I would pick over it then. So we have to learn how to eat more healthier. Feel like I'm screaming. Sound like I'm screaming. Turn that music down some more. I don't want to sound like I'm screaming. Let me bring my voice down a little bit. Feel like I'm screaming. Screaming. I don't want to be screaming at you guys. Okay, now this is kale. I'm adding some kale to his spinach, to his salad, to his spinach here. And what I'm doing is, because I rinse this kale off, I never buy nothing out of the store, especially green vegetable that's loose and not rinse it. So I already rinsed the kale, and I have the kale in here. So all I'm doing now is just going back, and I drip a little water. Going back now before I put in the salad. I don't want it too damp, so I'm just kind of patting it dry a little bit. And then I even go over my husband's kale and I pull off the extra thick, it doesn't have thick veins in it. If they're too thick, then I'll devein it. Somebody asked me one time, said, you go through all that fixing your husband a salad? Yes, ma'am, I do. Yes, sir, I do. I go through all that because I don't want my husband having no hard time chewing on nothing. I don't want him having no hard time biting down on none of this stuff. So if we have a thick vein, just like when I'm cooking greens, I'll go in there and I'll devein all that out. It's not gonna hurt him. He got strong teeth. I know he got strong teeth. But, I just take all that extra thick veins out. And I leave the small ones on there. I just don't want him to have to bite down on nothing, too tough. So I take a little bit of time out and, fix it. Try to fix it, nice for him. He take out time to take care of me, so the least I can do is try to make him a decent meal. So today, church girl and the deacon is having butter flavor, garlic butter flavor with a hint of lemon pepper, baked fish. I'm not gonna say roasted because I'm baking it. It may have a little roasted too because I'm gonna let it kind of cook till it get really dry out a little bit, but not overly dry. Okay, this is kale. I'm gonna add a little bit more pieces in here. I'm not gonna use all of it, but I'm trying to get all those small pieces out. And then what I'll do, I'll show you how I'm gonna preserve the other kale for tomorrow's salad. I think it's good for another day or two. Kale lasts a good little while in the refrigerator. It doesn't go bad real fast like spinach. So, like I said, if it got some stem on it that don't look too good, I pull that part off too. And all I'm doing now is just kind of patting some of this water out of this kale because I did rinse this kale off. And I'm pulling off the extras, what I consider excess stem that I consider kind of tough or don't look appealing. I just pull it right off and throw it away. Because I don't want my husband eating nothing too tough. Okay, now that's the kale. That's enough. I think that's a plenty. Everything looking good so far. That's kale and spinach. Now I'm going to go in and put in some broccoli. Same thing with the broccoli. I already rinsed it. And all I'm doing now is kind of patting it dry a little bit. Get some of that water out. Remember I told you when I do my husband's spinach? I mean, not spinach. What is this? Broccoli. I'll go back and I'll peel a little of that hull off the outside. This is not necessary right here, but when it's a lot of hull on the outside and it's tough, I think when I consider this a little tough, I go in and I take my time and I just kind of take a little bit of that hull off. Because I don't want him, like I said, I don't want him to eat nothing too tough. Not going to take long. It's not going to hurt you. It's really, really healthy for you. But I just have a habit of trimming it down a little bit. Church girl have a habit of trimming it down. Then I just cut it up right over in this salad. I don't like to leave great big chunks in there. I just kind of take my time and trim off a little bit of that hull. And then I just break it up and put it in the salad. It's kind of small bites. I don't want to put them in too big of chunks. That's another thing. I don't want him trying to put no great big chunk of piece of broccoli in his mouth. So I kind of do it in, you know, small bite-sized pieces. Some that's not too big. Okay, that's the broccoli. I guess I could put another piece of broccoli in there. I'm going to steam the other broccoli in that pot for dinner because I have plenty of broccoli and I need to use it. Okay, this is a big piece. So I'm just peeling some of this stem hull off. Now I'm going to keep that piece. Then I'm going to split this in 2 pieces. Just like so. Okay, that's the broccoli. Now I'm going to go in and use a little bit of, what is this here now? Put in some cucumber. My counter is a little bit damp. Take my cucumber and I do the same thing. I'm going to peel this cucumber. Nothing wrong with eating the hull. You know, we all eat hull when we go to the restaurant. They don't take time to peel your cucumber. You're not going to get that kind of service now. But if church girl is cooking for you, you're going to get that kind of service. Because church girl will peel it for you. Okay, church girl will peel it for you, honey. So I'm just going to peel this little cucumber here. Then I'm just going to chop it up. I'm going to peel this little skin, this little piece off because I had used a little piece already. All I do, I just go around and I peel it. Don't have to do it, but since I'm doing it for my king, I'll do that. If I was doing it for you guys, I might not peel it. Anyway, this is cucumber. You don't have to peel it. But by all means, if you're not going to peel your cucumber, make sure you rinse that cucumber really, really good. And then pat it dry before you start to peel it. Do not just buy your cucumbers out of the store, like I see some people on YouTube cooking channel doing. Bring it straight home and then just start putting it in the salad. Don't rinse it. Don't do nothing to it. Just take it out the bag and start using it. Woo, Lord. I can't do that. Can't do that one, y'all. Okay, now, peeled it. I'm just going to chop it up here on my chopping board. Just like so. It's not hard to do. Church girl gonna be careful this time because last time, remember, I cut my finger. Chop it up and put it in the salad. Bite-sized pieces because I don't want to make them too big. Like I said, I want to make them nice bite-sized pieces. I just don't want to give it to them too big. I think I hear somebody in there. It better be him in there. I better not hear nobody else in there. He ain't come in the kitchen, but honey, you home? Yeah, the deacon is home. Okay, this is the cucumber. Ooh, it's nice and fresh. My little weak teeth, I can hardly bite it. Very fresh. Okay, now, got the cucumber. Put in a little apple. Told you I put in a lot of good stuff in this salad. I'm supposed to be cutting corners today. I hadn't cut a corner yet. I'm going to go ahead and peel this little apple real fast. Because I peel everything, I'm not going to put no hulls over in his salad. So I'm going to peel the apple. I'm peeling the apple down. Then I'm going to chop up this apple right over in that salad. And I'm going to add some, I think I'm going to add some raisins and some blueberries. And some, what is that right there? Sunflower seeds. And some shredded carrots. Some croutons. Top it off with some tomato. Oh, I got the pickled beets. I ain't gonna put all that stuff in there today, you guys. I don't feel like putting all that in there today. So this is apple. I'm just gonna slice up a little apple on his salad. No special way to chop up apple. Just putting a little apple on his salad. Normally, I eat my little salad as I make his. I usually take a little piece of something. Eat my little bit. That way, church girl get her little salad as she make it. So when I finish, church girl can say she had her salad too. Right? And don't be afraid, like I tell y'all, when you're cooking your food sometime, especially some main dishes, don't be afraid to taste your food if you have to. Making sure you got it seasoned just right. Okay, that's apple. I need to go ahead and use this little piece. I may eat a little piece and put the rest of it in the salad. I usually put a half of apple. I usually use a half. But today I'm not really making it that big. I usually make this salad bigger than this. I'll see like a nice big salad, but today I'm not making it that large. Nothing but shredded carrots. Put a few of those in there. A few shredded carrots. Put a few raisins. Oops. 3 raisins in there. Okay. I think I may skip the pickled beets because I don't even know if I have them open. If I have them open, I may put some in there. Okay, those are raisins. Let me eat my little bit of raisin. Church girl ate her little bit of raisin. Put this back up. My cucumber here, out the way. Now, I'm gonna go in. I shouldn't be putting all this stuff in there, but he really like it, so I will put just a little tiny bit. I already washed this, so I use this little piece. Red bell pepper in the salad, just a tiny bit. Doesn't take much red bell pepper, just to get the taste. At least to get the taste that it got a little bit of red bell pepper in it. Okay, that's enough, just a little bit. I think I cut up a little bit too much cucumber, but you're gonna have to eat it because I'm not gonna eat it. I chop it up kind of small, so you got small bits and pieces of bell pepper. I mean, let's call this cucumber. Okay, I got an egg and tomato. Cause I don't see the got some pickled beets over here. I don't see them. I don't see my pickled beet, you guys. So I'm not gonna open up anymore. What happened to my pickled beets? I know I got some in there somewhere. Guess I have to open these up because my tomato don't look too good. Not gonna use the tomato. Tomato doesn't look fresh, so I'm gonna throw the tomato out. Open up these pickled beets. This fresh thing of open up some pickled beets. I'm not gonna use tomato. I'm gonna use my what I'm doing is, you can't see me, but what I'm doing, I'm opening up a can using my manual can opener. I got an electric can opener, but sometimes it's quicker just to use the manual can opener. Sometimes it's quicker. I tell people to always keep an extra manual can opener because sometimes it's just as quick to use that as it is to just use the my electric one just back behind me over there on the other wall. So keep on walking over to the other wall. I just use this. This is nothing but some pickled beets. What I do, I buy the others in the jar, and when the jar runs out, I refill it. I don't see it, but I bet you it's in the refrigerator somewhere. I'm not gonna take time to look for it. But what I'm gonna do now, take me another piece of, I always keep a plenty paper towel on hand when I'm cooking. Cause these pickled beets are wet. I love pickled beets. You guys love pickled beets? So I'm gonna put some pickled beets instead of tomato. Sometimes I use them both. Today I'm not gonna use tomato. I have tomato over there, but I just don't like the way they look. Don't look right, don't use it. Throw it out. Don't chance it. Don't want nobody getting sick. I'm just patting this pickle beet because you know they do be wet. But they are so, so delicious. I'm losing weight, you guys. My clothes. Kind of getting skinny. Good pickle beets. Straight in the salad. I slice them up just like I do tomato. Okay? It's the last thing I'm going to put on there besides the egg and the onion. I'm not going to put in the blueberries. Excuse me for chewing. Because I got a plenty in this salad. I think I got a plenty in here. Excuse me for chewing, my little teeth is kind of weak. Except for one thing I gotta put in there. Can't leave these out. And the onion. And then I'll be finished with the salad. I'm gonna top it off with an egg. You see me putting paper towel over in this, you see me putting paper towel over in the shredded carrots? That will keep these carrots from getting wet. It will drain that water out and keep them nice and fresh. So they won't be so wet, because sometimes they tend to get wet. I be trying to make my salad and the shredded carrots be just as wet. I have to pat them dry. So if you put a piece of paper towel over in them before I put them in my vegetable bin, that keeps them nice and moist, but not overly wet. That's another little tip. If you're buying shredded carrots and they're in your vegetable bin, and you notice that they be wet, get a nice paper towel, double it in half, put it in here, and put it in your vegetable bin, and then keep them nice and dry for you. Another little tip. Okay? Then put them back in your fridge and keep them nice and dry until the next time. Okay, all I'm gonna do now is put some, trying to move in a hurry so I don't hold you guys too long. I didn't see the onion. I have a good piece of onion. This is enough onion, I think. Gotta have some onion on that salad. To top that salad off, I use a little red onion. That's enough. I do have some more over here. Got plenty of onion. Plenty of onion. I may cut a little piece of this white off. I don't know. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this, his favorite. He and I both love nuts. We be both smacking on these sunflower seeds. I always put sunflower seeds or pecans or something in his salad, but I try to use sunflower seeds. Every time I run out, we buy some more. I'm a little bit heavy-handed with the sunflower seeds. I think that's a plenty. Sister Church Girl gotta have her little bit. Gotta have my little bit, you know. That's the sunflower seeds. Got mine. Now, hold them back up. Make sure always close everything back up really, really tight. Really, really tight. Onion. That's the last thing I need to put on there. I'm going to use all these little onions, not that much. Take that little piece off. Not that much. I keep me a little trash bag right by me. That's what you guys see me keep throwing stuff to the side. Kind of true. This ain't gonna work. That little onion ain't gonna work, you guys. This girl ain't pleased with that. I'm not pleased with that. Come on, cut a piece of this onion off. Cut a piece of this onion off real quick. Put a piece on my husband's salad. Okay. I have a habit of rinsing everything. Onion. White onion. Very good on salad. No special way to cut it. Just slice some up on there. That's a plenty. I don't eat too much raw onion, but I love it. It just don't love me. Boiled egg. And that'll be it. Just like the croutons. I always try to keep an egg boiled on hand for his salad, but if you don't use it, if it ain't fresh, I won't use it. I really should cut the egg up before I put the onion on there, but I guess it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which order it go in. I don't like the way that yellow looks, so I'm not going to use the yellow. Just use the white, because I don't like the way the yellow look. Take the yellow out. I boiled this egg the other day, but I didn't use it. It's fresh, but I just don't like the way the yellow look. Like I said, if it don't look right, don't use it. I'm going to crack the other one. See what this one looks like on the inside. Don't need that yellow no way, it ain't but fattening. White is the protein. The protein is good for you. The yellow ain't nothing but fat. So I don't need it no way. I try not to eat no yellow on the egg because I don't care for the yellow, it's nothing but fattening. Even when I eat egg out, I always ask for just the protein, which is the white part of the egg. Because yellow is nothing but, the yolk ain't nothing but fattening. And sister girl ain't trying to gain no weight. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to look inside. If your yolk is not yellow and it look dark, like the other one did, throw it away. It was still pretty good, but I didn't like the way it looked. So I threw it away. This one looks good on the inside. See the difference between that yellow and the other yellow? It's a big difference. If that yellow look dark and ugly, let me show you what the other one looked like. See how ugly that yellow was? Threw it away. That means I had boiled that egg and we didn't use it in a good time. Protein was still good, but not that yellow. Throw it out. Too easy to boil another egg. Okay? Okay, there you have it. That's the salad. Put some croutons on it. Serve it to my king. My fish ought to be about ready. Eat my one. Had mine. Fish girl have to have a little salad too. Check my fish. Oh Lord, yeah, it's done, you guys. It's cooked. It's well done. So it doesn't take long for it to cook. I probably should have took it out before now, but I didn't. Let me go ahead and steam this broccoli real fast. Go ahead and steam my broccoli and bid you guys a good evening. Everybody know how to steam broccoli, no certain way to cook steamed broccoli. Just gonna steam it real fast. I should have had it steaming already, but I didn't. My fish is already. Steam my broccoli. Bid you guys a good evening. Serve my king up, and sister girl, church girl can go back and get some rest. Had a long day yesterday. Lord blessed me to get out yesterday. So I had a long day yesterday, so I'm a little tired. My legs is kind of aching right now, but I thank the Lord for blessing me to be able to at least get up, to have legs. They're aching, but I thank God that I have legs to ache. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and steam this broccoli real fast. All I'm doing is just peeling off the, going over this broccoli, because I do go over my broccoli and take off the excess stems and excess hull. Didn't take but a second to do that. I always go back over a little bit, take off the excess hulls and excess stems. A little bit. And I'm going to cut up some bell pepper over in it because I like bell pepper, since I didn't put none in my fish, because I didn't take time to do it. So, and you know, the stem of your broccoli is very healthy. When you're steaming broccoli, don't throw that good stem away. Cut that stem off if you want to, but cook it because it's very, very good. Very healthy for you. So I'm going over and I throw this out. And I kind of cut this off, but I eat that part. Okay. I'm gonna steam this broccoli down real fast. And sometimes I steam my broccoli, I kind of like my pieces a nice size. Sometimes I don't cut them down quite as small as I do for the salad. Okay, there you have it. I'm gonna steam this broccoli down. Take about 5 minutes. About 5 minutes, didn't take long at all, because you don't want to ever over steam your broccoli, which I have a bad habit of doing. If I'm not careful, I'll make it too soft every time. Church girl would make it too soft. You guys have to watch it. Okay, I'm gonna cover that and let that steam. Once I put a little bit of, gonna put some bell pepper in it. I'm not gonna use this bell pepper. Gonna use another one that's a little bit older. Use the oldest one first. Keep the one that's the freshest. Always try to use your oldest vegetable first so it don't go bad. So you won't lose it. Remember I told you if you don't use it, you will lose it. And that's just a fact. Ask me how I know. I've lost so much vegetables by not using it in time. So this salad out the way. But I'm gonna serve my king in a minute. Since that when I serve him, I don't want him to have to eat his salad and have to wait too long to get his main course. All I'm doing is rinsing off this extra bell pepper. I'm gonna use all of it over in that. I'm gonna steam it over in the broccoli, just because I need to use it, and it's very good for you. And I don't want to lose it. So I'm going to eat it. Just rinsing off the bell pepper. Rinsed off the bell pepper. Now all I'm going to do is just chop it up over in my broccoli. Bell peppers and vegetables, always good for you. If any way possible, try not to lose it. Go ahead and use it. You know, you can steam it and eat it. You know, put some seasoning on it and some butter, a little bit of butter, not too much because butter is fattening. Or sprinkle you some little, saute you a little olive oil on it and some salt and pepper. Or mix it in with some mixed vegetables. I always mix it in with mixed vegetables, because the mixed vegetables in the store don't ever have enough stuff in it. So I always add onions and bell peppers and all that fresh good stuff in with my vegetables. That's all it is to it. Now I'm going to cover it and let that steam. Sometimes I'll add a little onion in there. Like these little pieces of onion. Instead of saving these little pieces of onion by me steaming some vegetables, I just rinse them off and throw them over in the pot with my mixed vegetables, with my broccoli. It's good for you. So ain't no sense in throwing it away. Go ahead and steam it down with your vegetables. Since we love onion anyway, no sense in wasting it. I go right in and I just chop it up. Not too small, because it'll cook away. It'll fall through the cracks, through the steamer holes. So I just chop it up in little chunks. And I have it with my broccoli. All it's going to do is give it a good flavor. It's going to help enhance that flavor. So I got red onions in here. Red onions and red bell peppers, a little orange bell peppers. In with my broccoli. Let all that steam down. Saute down for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to take that water, pour it off. Pour that water off. And then I'm going to put this vegetable in this pot. And then I'm going to add some butter to it. And a little salt and pepper. And that's all it is to that. Very easy to do. You take out a little time. It's not too hard to eat healthy. It's not that difficult to eat healthy. It might take a little bit more planning, but you can definitely eat, healthy if you put forth the effort. May have to put forth a little effort, but it's doable. Because we get enough fast foods as it is. All of us. I'm not a big fast food eater, but I'm sure most of us get enough hamburgers from the restaurants. So anytime you have time, try to make a home-cooked meal for your kids and take out a little time. I'll put my onion. Always keep me plenty sandwich bags and plenty, I'll put that in another piece, and plenty foil and stuff on hand, and saran wrap so I can, freezer wrap so I can always put my stuff away properly so to preserve the longest. But try to take out time, especially when you have kids, to give your kids some fresh vegetables and fresh fruits. They may not appreciate it now. If they're very young, they may not even understand it. But I guarantee you, if you give them fresh fruits and vegetables while they're young, they will appreciate it when they get older. When they realize that you was doing it, not to punish them, but because you love them and you want them to be healthy, they will appreciate it when they become an adult. I strictly believe they will really appreciate it one day. Okay? Plenty of things we didn't like when we was kids. My mom made us eat beans and peas and stuff, and I probably didn't like all that stuff back then, but I ate it. One reason I ate it might have been all we had to eat. And another reason I ate it because that's what my mom put on the table. You didn't have no choice but to eat it. Either I go to bed hungry. My mom and dad didn't play that game. And nowadays, these kids tell their parents what they want to eat and what they won't eat, and dare them not to cook what they want. Right, my parents put on the table before you, and you didn't want it, you go to bed. And your stomach get to growling, I bet you get up looking for that food. Oh yeah. No. You have to let the children, you have to let those kids know you the parent, and they not the parent. They should be dictating to you that they don't want no, Mom, I don't want no salad. I don't want no cucumber. Mom, I don't want no apple. I want some candy. Can I please have some candy? I want some ice cream, Mom. I don't want no salad. Okay, baby, I'm gonna go get you some ice cream. Just eat one little bite, okay, baby? Oh no, my dad would tow my tail up. Then still made me eat it. He wouldn't necessarily send me to bed hungry. He would have made me sit down and eat it. Sometimes you'll say they'll go to bed hungry, but I have to take that back. My dad wouldn't have made us, we wouldn't have let us go to bed hungry. He would have made us sit out behind, right at that table, and eat that food, whether we liked it or not. Then you go to bed. He wasn't going to let us go to bed hungry. He was going to make you eat it. Because he know we need to eat. And he know we didn't need to be hungry. And he know he was going to give us what he could afford and what was best, really, most healthy for us. And it paid off, you know. I'm still not the most healthiest person in the world. But I thank God that they did the best they could do to make us eat right. I hear some of these kids now in the supermarket I used to go to the supermarket. I don't go to the supermarket too regular nowadays, but and man, some of these kids, boy, the parents don't get them what they want. They fall out in the store, in the floor, and just act up a complete nut. Don't be afraid to taste your food. This is my fish. Remember I told you I like my food cooked very well. I'm going to show you the fish. It's finished. Good. I really didn't want to cook quite that long, but still real, real good. I like everything well done. Tastes so good. I can taste that, excuse me, that butter garlic flavor. It's coming through. Very, very good. It's not overpowering. It's not over seasoned at all, but I can taste that garlic butter flavor. Remember, I melted a little butter, probably a teaspoon of butter, which is about 2 slices of butter. I melted it down, and I put in probably a teaspoon or a little less of minced garlic, or you can use fresh garlic. And I sauteed it over that fish once I put my seasoning on it. This is the final product. Fold this over because I don't want to see that burnt part. That's my baked fish. Remember I told you I like everything cooked well. You don't have to cook yours quite as well as I cook mine if you don't want to. Some people like their fish a little bit, I'm not going to say undercooked, but it be done, but they still like theirs a little bit, probably a little bit more moisture than mine. I like mine a little on the dry side. So therefore I cook it well done. Not super dry. It's not super dry, but it's just right as far as I'm concerned. And I'll show you that. Show you exactly what I mean by not super dry. I'm going to turn it over and you'll see exactly what I mean. So you won't say, oh, she cooked that fish too long. No, I didn't. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean, okay? I know. Church girl know how to cook now. See what I mean? It's just right. That's how I like my fish. On the other side, it's more crispier like I like it because I wanted it to turn a little bit brown. But that's it. Nice, nice, nice. Baked fish. Butter, garlic butter, fish. Now, I'm going to bid you all a good evening because my broccoli is ready. I can smell it. I don't want it. You don't ever want to over steam your vegetables. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off because it's really ready. Take your fork, test your broccoli. If it go through that stem, turn it off. You don't want it to be soggy. I tend to make mine a little bit too soggy. I'm making sure I don't do that this time. Then I'm going to take this steam water and I'm going to pour that off. Okay? That being said, church girl is going to bid you good evening. We're having rice. Maybe I should have served my husband up, but I think I will. I don't normally serve him up and show you guys, but I think I will today. We're having brown rice, fresh broccoli, vegetables, fish, and he's having a beautiful fresh salad. Okay? I'll go ahead and serve it up so you guys can see. Brown rice. Get a spatula here. Woo! Give him a nice piece of fish. So good, so good. Always keep those hands impeccable clean when you're cooking. Always keep those hands impeccable clean. Always keep some nice hot dish water. Always at your disposal, because you always need to have you some nice hot dish water always ready to go at any given moment. Okay? Keep those hands impeccable clean, because remember what I told you? Cleanliness is next to godliness. Okay? So keep those hands impeccable clean. These are the vegetables. I really want you to see them so bad. But I don't want that water to drip. My steamed broccoli and red and orange bell peppers with red onions that I had. I threw them over in there. Put some on my husband's plate here. I may sprinkle a little butter over it later. I don't know. And there you have it. Cooking with Church Girl Cummins. Hope everyone have a blessed day today. And a blessed week. Dinner is being served at the Ponderosa. Just like so. There you have it. Brown rice with fresh baked white fish, swai, S-W-A-I. It's garlic butter baked in the oven with seasonings that I liked. And of course, my husband's favorite fresh spinach salad with all his fresh trimmings that he liked. Again, there you have it. So with that being said, have a good evening. Church Girl gonna be his good evening. Please go over there to YouTube and subscribe to Cooking with Church Girl Cummins. Subscribe and like. I'll appreciate it very much. Try out some of these recipes. I try to use very healthy recipes, and I'm sure you'll like it. Doesn't that look good? Very healthy. Nothing is undercooked. Nothing is overly cooked. Nothing is overly seasoned. And try to eat healthy. And I'm sure you'll feel a whole lot better if you eat healthy. That being said, have a good day. God bless you. Until next time, Cooking with Church Girl. Remember, I always say, if you have a prayer request, just put it in the comment box, your name, and just say, pray for me. You don't have to go into the reason you need prayer. I don't need to know. God knows. But I will go to heaven on your behalf. He has done great things for me. Great things, great things. He has done great things for me and for you. Have a good evening. I love each of you. Don't forget to subscribe to Cooking with Church Girl Cummins. Like and share. Until next time, God bless you. Bye-bye.